But if you're looking for a job right now, things are going to be tough. Well, fortunately, I found the perfect person to get you through. The jobs guru, James Innes. Well, James, last time we spoke, we couldn't fit in all the great advice that you had for us. Like, there was just so much of it, James.
Indeed.
Oh, so we had to get you back on. We had such a response, James, to what you were telling us about jobs.
Cool.
So last time we covered applying for jobs.
What are you going to grill me on today then, Ady? Yeah.
Well, this is it. I want to move on to the next stage. The big interview, James. Right, okay, so what are your top tips for interviews?
My top tips for interviews, right, okay. So I mean, the first thing is, and it might sound obvious, but be prepared. One of the worst things with interviews, I think we all agree that the biggest problem is nerves, yeah? You're nervous about an interview. I mean, everybody is nervous about going to an interview, so be prepared. The key to preventing those pre-interview jitters is preparation. Prepare, research the organisation, research the job, make sure you virtually memorise the person specification or job description, and you know exactly how and why you match that, know where you're going, etc. The more research and preparation you put into it, the calmer and cooler you'll be on the day, the better you'll perform on the day. Be there on time. Obviously, yes, seems again very obvious, but late arrival is often cited as one of the top reasons for failing candidates. It's amazing how many people are late. Think through answers to potential questions, think through what they might ask you and have your answers ready, but make sure that they're not scripted and memorized. You don't want to sound like a parrot. And I think finally, smile, be happy, show your enthusiasm, enjoy the experience. It should be a nice chat with somebody about something you're interested in. Don't go in there looking like you're about to be interrogated by the Gestapo, yeah?
Now, what should you wear as well, James? We're feeling cool and collected, we're all ready. So what, I'm not saying, you need to be like, what's the hottest thing on the Paris catwalk at the minute, but what's the good things to wear to an interview?
Well, obviously, current fashions aside, and some people swear and they believe in lucky underwear, for example. But let's not get into that. I'm not David Beckham. I'm not a fashion guru. But when it comes to interviews, I say, ascertain how they generally are likely to dress in that workplace where you're going to be. You should be able to work that one out, and then dress at least as well, if not slightly better. Just try to dress one up, look smart. Certainly, the way you present yourself can make, again, a big difference to your confidence and your nerves. So I do try to look smart, and certainly, again, part of planning ahead, try it all on the day before the interview to make sure you've got no drooping hems or buttons missing. Again, it sounds obvious, but I've done this myself. I've gone to something really important. I've not put that shirt on until the day itself and realised that, oh God, I've forgotten from the last time. I'm missing a button in the middle where one of my children ripped it off or something. So, do try it on and, keep yourself smart. And this applies to, even if you're on Skype or Zoom these days, obviously not in person, again, do dress up for it. You might be sitting at home, you might be sitting on your sofa, you might be sitting in the kitchen, but dress as if you're going to work. Look the part, dress to him.
And the other thing, I guess, James, is as well, with lockdown kind of like waistlines, it might be that the suit doesn't quite fit anymore. You got to be prepared for these things. And tell me as well, James, because
yes, probably, yeah.
Lots of interviews are taking place on Zoom now. So should you change your approach? What about your kids bursting in? Is that going to be a disaster?
Well, I don't know. It might make you memorable, mightn't it? My kids might burst in any minute now. I think they are being looked after by their mother and aunt, but anything can happen with my kids. But if the kids burst in, like that Professor Keddy chap did on BBC, just try to act quite cool about it. Just move it on. But really, do try to avoid that happening in the first place. When you go to an interview at an employer's workplace, they are in charge of the environment. The difference with a Zoom or a Skype interview is you are in charge of your environment, so you need to make sure that you have, I sometimes put a great big cardboard box full of books in front of the door to stop my children bursting in. So you can control your own environment, control your own background, what you've got behind you, no dodgy musical choices in your CD collection, whatever it is. And obviously, that's, you can think of virtual backgrounds as well. Do you use one or not? I generally think not, but what you absolutely must make sure is that you haven't got one left over from, sorry to refer to the kids again, but I had a meeting the other day and I started it. Everyone started laughing at me. I hadn't realised that I had the Wombles behind me because one of my children had been playing with their friends on Zoom the night before, and I looked like a right Wally, I can tell you. So, and this is coming from an expert in interviews. So, everybody was wetting themselves laughing about this. So, yeah, control your environment. That includes your background. Make sure there's nothing odd going on behind you. And things like unplug the phone, kick the cats out of the room. Make sure there isn't one hiding under. If you're in the living room, make sure you haven't got a cat under the sofa that's going to come out and start purring halfway through. Put a blanket over your African grey parrot. I mean, you're in charge of your environment. That's the biggest difference, and my biggest advice on that front.
James, it's great to speak to you. This is a question now, not kind of aimed at anything to do with job interviews, but I've just been informed that just tell me where you are at the moment.
Oh, you're going to be jealous too, are you? Because I hear it's raining in Leicester, and I happen to have just arrived in Spain, and no, I'm not on holiday. I'm visiting my ancient mother. She's 89. I haven't seen her for a year, so I guess I am on holiday. Yes, it is 34 degrees and it is sunny, and I'm really sorry about that. Okay.
Honestly, thank you so much.
Is it just drizzling, or is it really tracking it down?
Oh, it's just you wouldn't want to know, James. I won't bore you with the details. Honestly, it'll only make you feel happier. No, James, thank you so much for joining us. Honestly,
you're welcome,
we truly appreciate it.
Cheers.
How do we follow you on social media as well? Just remind us.
Oh, if you fancy a good laugh, you can check out my YouTube show, youtube.com/James Innes, INNES. I have 3 shows a week there, The Jobs Guru.
Oh, brilliant. What a man. Live from Spain. There we have it. James Innes there, the jobs guru. So if you want anything to know, any information about going for a new job, about interviews, about anything at all you need to do is check out James's YouTube channel. Honestly, he's on national television. He does everything. He is massive. So make sure that if you need any advice, check out the jobs guru online.